Hi, and a little interesting item for you. I've talked about in different videos when you're opening bottles, the main thing you want to always do is get that corkscrew all the way down to the cork. Here's a cork, for example, and see how it compares? You want that tip to just almost be breaking through. How's that looking there? It's kind of hard to tell from my angle, but anyway, you want that tip right there to come almost all the way through the bottom. And the reason for that is the corkscrew actually reinforces the cork. So if you get a slightly bad cork and you don't get it all the way in, you've got a good chance of breaking the cork. So you're getting just half the cork out of the bottle and you got the other half to deal with. And that can be a real pain in the butt to deal with. So it's like I said, when you're going down on the cork itself, you want to make sure you get that by looking at the top to see where it's at up here. So you want to get almost all that curvy bit inside the cork. You don't necessarily have to push it out the end. If you do, that's okay too. But you want to get definitely as much as you can reinforced. Now if you just go halfway in, you're only grabbing that top half of the cork. A lot of times it'll come out fine, but there's always that chance. So just be warned about that. And I have a good example of why you want to do that. Let me grab it here. This is a bottle I opened a few weeks ago. I wanted to save it for a video, then I lost the part of it. So this cork is one in question. Now it looks pretty good, or should from there. And when I opened it, well, do it this way, that's the top part there. I had that corkscrew in really well. And it was down right about that level, which is about where I normally do. I leave about a half a turn showing. Now, I pulled it out, it felt pretty normal until I got it all the way out, and what did I see? I had this real crinkly bottom. I don't know if you can see that well or not, but let me show you what was in the bottle. I had just that much left. So you can imagine if that weakness had been halfway through and I hadn't screwed it all the way in, I'd have a big problem getting that out. Now as it turned out, since this was such a small piece, it's probably about thickness of 2 dimes or quarters or something. It's not real thick. I don't know, probably 4 or 5 millimeters. Anyway, so it was in the bottle, and I was lucky because all I had to do was like take a pin or something, I forgot what I used, and push it, and it turned sideways. I could just easily pull it out of the bottle. Came out very slick. Even though it was broken, it still came out well. If it had been really thick, big chunk in there, I couldn't have done that. I'd have to figure out a way to screw the corkscrew in more and hope I could pull it out that way. Once you have a broken one in there, it's pretty risky or difficult to get it out without having a bunch of chunks inside the bottle. So just thought you'd like to see that. That is an example of one that even though I did it right, I still had a problem, but because it was such a small piece, it came out pretty easy. So, hope that helps you out. Cheers, and you have a good time opening wine bottles.